Hello and welcome back to Freedom Planet with me, Matthew Caddis, aka Puggy. So today we will take on the second half of Final Dreadnought, and this one has us fighting yet another enemy who has pursued us throughout the game, namely Serepntine. Although, unlike before, he's gonna get a bit of a makeover, let's just say that. But before then, we have to get through here and get through this thing. And a mechanic that was in Flying Battery Zone again is in this zone here as well, namely the opening things. Also, the card key system from Thermal Base is also in this zone. So yeah, zone. What is this? A Sonic game? Well, yes, it used to be a Sonic game, but yeah, the card key system is here. So yeah, and the whole opening doors by pressing switches, yeah, that was in Flying Battery Zone. So yeah, one of my favorite mechanics actually. It was especially in Act 2, I think, of Flying Battery Zone. And these electric force fields will come down and get you if you're not careful. I am not often very careful. So yeah, and up here we get a few more platforms, etc, etc. We will warp around here, and Mila will also help us here. I can use a fair few shields. So yes, thank you, Mila. I hope nothing bad happens to you, just saying. But anyway, that being said, here's a mini-boss here. Fairly similar, again, to Thermal Base's boss. Basically, what we need to do is we need to destroy any way to get another card key. But yeah, even after that, it will still shoot at us and everything. So yeah, eventually it will explode and give us a fair few more crystals. And then we'll go back over here past the poisonous flowers and indeed take the lower route, as it were. Although I have expect to hear Flying Battery Zone's music now. Certainly T-Lopes remixes, of course. Yes, most definitely T-Lopes remixes. That's the thing I have in my head. And oh boy, more electric force fields, yay. Let's put the thing in there, and I don't want to go that way, I want to go to the right. And more help from Mila, seriously. I don't think Brevon likes that. But yeah, Mila is being very resourceful. Something that will come up in the next game, but we'll get to that. For now, let's actually whip these guys real good. And then make our way nowhere. I aimed the dragon boost the wrong way there, sorry. And then up here, and more enemies here, and more, what I could call Johnny Fives. That's a bit of an insult to Johnny Five, I'm sorry. Especially as a fan of well, certainly the first, well, actually, no, I like both of the thing, but yeah. Both of the, dare I even see it, short circuit movies from the 80s. Anyway, over here, we just need to press the button here to get it the right way around. Nothing too hard at all.
You're forgetting something important.
And then what Brevon will do is basically do something that I'm surprised Dr. Eggman never did. Try and deprive Lilac of oxygen. Seriously. So yeah. So basically, this has become the equivalent of an underwater level, except you're not underwater, you have the freedom of movement, but you have to hold your breath and have an air meter. So yeah, this is very interesting, and something I do like in this level, seriously. There are, like in the Sonic games, various bubbles throughout this area, so that at least they'll keep you alive. Although, likewise with underwater levels, most especially Hydro City Zone, the bubble shield also keeps you alive during this segment as well. Seriously, why did Dr. Eggman think of doing this to Sonic? Seriously, especially Death Egg Zone. Yeah, the whole issue of oxygen in space didn't really come up as a space station that is modelled after something from Star Wars. Anyway, before I go on, there is the next thing past those laser cannons. So yeah, be careful. Those laser cannons can lose you your shield there, so not great. Be careful of that. Don't take too many hits. Yeah, I think it'd take about 3 hits from those things, but yeah, that's weird though, that Eggman didn't think to starve Sonic of oxygen. And again, maybe he doesn't want to kill Sonic. It's not really said in the games if Sonic, if Eggman in the games is anything like his, well, Sat-AM, most especially incarnation, who has no heart, remember? Seemingly. See if we'll look that thing up. But anyway, there was a elevator or lift segment. So yeah. Meanwhile, though, unlike in something like Streets of Rage, where you're constantly fighting, or indeed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where you're fighting a bunch of enemies, here you're just having to deal with mines. Although there are various enemies here as well. So yeah, but mostly it's mines. And you're not having to deal with any crushers either, like with, say, Donkey Kong Country 2. Seriously. Look at my Let's Play of that game for that thing, seriously. But that being said, let's go back up. There are some goodies to the side, so at least that's something. But beware of the enemies, of course. And thank you again, Mila. And indeed through here. And more, Ow. What the hell? And then down here, more enemies there. Yeah. And more Johnny 5 isn't alives. But never mind that. Let's get up here and I'll use this enemy to get past. Now here is where things get annoying here. I don't mean the thing there. Let's get out of the way before they explode and maybe get some more of those again. Some more healing thing there. More mines, yada yada yada. And now I'm boxing myself into a corner here. Just because of that. And now I've lost my shield, but whatever. We're very close to where we fight thing. And it seems Brevon turns the oxygen back on for some reason. I'm guessing his plan didn't work, even though it was pretty much a good plan here. Anyway, here's Serepntine, and yeah, for whatever reason, he's turned from a small slithering lizard into a giant boss, seriously. Yeah, you thought this guy, who was treated pretty much like Team Rocket in the game, now becomes actually a worthy opponent here. And he even shoots out a bunch of fire blasts in the same way as various enemies from Gunstar Heroes. He has a Rayman's fist there. He even uses one of Gunstar, well, both Gunstar Red and Blue's attacks, so yeah. And yeah, he also telegraphs this thing. The downside is, with Serepntine, is that he does leave himself a bit vulnerable when he's using that fire attack, so yeah. But, yeah, and then he just pretty much blind the guy, seriously, that's insane. Although, in doing so, he does move a bit quicker there, and, oh boy, yeah. I may well end up dying, I don't know. I don't think he's as tough as Syntax is, especially since I keep spamming the Dragon Cyclone with Lilac, but yeah. Anyway, that being said, we will move on to part 3 of Final Dreadnought in the next episode. Yeah, seriously, we're not done with this stage yet. Oh no! So I will see you then. Goodbye!